Have you ever stayed quiet and still felt like you said everything you needed to? That is the power of silence. Silence is not just about saying nothing. It is about saying everything without making a sound. It is the look in your eyes when you walk away. It is the space between you and the people who did not know how to treat you. It is how you protect your peace without raising your voice. When you stop responding, stop reacting, stop explaining yourself, and stop trying to be understood by people who never listened anyway, something magical happens. You take your power back. People start to feel your silence more than they ever heard your words. Your silence becomes your message. It says you are done. It says you are healing. It says you have learned. It says you are no longer available for what drains you. People do not understand how strong silence is until you stop showing up. You stop texting first. You stop answering calls. You stop being available every time they need something. That is when they notice. That is when they remember how much space you filled just by being present. Silence shows people what your words never could. You do not have to tell them they hurt you. Your silence does that. You do not have to tell them you are done. Your absence does that. You do not have to scream to be heard. You do not have to fight to be seen. You simply walk away, and the silence that follows is louder than anything you ever said. Silence is a boundary. Silence is a decision. Silence is a form of self-respect. It is saying, I choose me. It is saying, I will not waste my energy on what does not serve me. In relationships, silence shows what love never could. When someone mistreats you, and you stop explaining, stop defending, stop trying to fix what they keep breaking, they begin to understand. Or maybe they do not. But either way, you choose peace over chaos. That is strength. That is wisdom. That is growth. Silence is what happens when you are tired of giving chances. It is what happens after too many broken promises. It is what happens when words no longer matter because actions have already spoken. It is not cold. It is not cruel. It is clarity. It is maturity. It is choosing not to dance with disrespect. People get confused when you stop arguing, when you stop reacting, when you do not play the game anymore. But that is the lesson. You teach people how to treat you by what you accept. And when you accept nothing less than peace, silence becomes your best teacher. You do not need to fight to prove your worth. You do not need to beg to be understood. You do not need to explain yourself to anyone who refuses to listen. You just need to be still. Be silent. Be strong. Let your energy speak for you. Let your actions tell the story. Let your absence say what your words never could. People who value you will feel the silence. People who took you for granted will feel the shift. And the ones who never cared will finally have the quiet they gave you from the beginning. But you will feel free, because silence is peace. Silence is healing. Silence is strength. Silence is choosing yourself again and again, no matter who does not understand. It is the quiet power of walking away with your head held high. It is the silent goodbye that leaves the loudest echo. Silence teaches patience. It teaches power. It teaches presence. It teaches you that not everything needs a response. Not every attack needs defense. Not every storm needs a reaction. You can be calm. You can be quiet. And still, you can be the strongest person in the room. Because silence holds truth. Silence holds wisdom. Silence holds answers. In silence, you find your own voice again. You hear your own thoughts. You feel your own strength. You remember who you are. You grow. You heal. You rise. And when people ask why you are so quiet now, you will smile, not because you have nothing to say, but because you have said enough. And now, your silence is doing the talking. When someone asks why you stopped texting, calling, explaining, you can say nothing at all. Your silence already told them. It told them you got tired. It told them you needed space. It told them you were not going to keep knocking on closed doors. It told them you respect yourself too much to beg for love, for time, for kindness. Silence is not empty. Silence is full. It is full of every word you chose not to say, every fight you chose not to start, every truth you kept inside because peace mattered more than being right. Your silence carries the weight of everything you felt, everything you wanted to say, everything they never gave you space to express. And now, they are left with the silence. The same silence they once gave you, the same silence they once ignored, the same silence that now teaches them what your words never could. When you stop explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you, you become free. When you stop arguing with people who twist your words, you become wise. When you stop chasing people who never showed up for you, you become powerful. Silence is the space where healing begins. It is the distance where you remember your worth. It is the pause that gives you back your strength. It is the moment you realize that peace is more important than being heard by people who never listened. You owe no one an explanation for choosing silence. You owe no one a defense for choosing peace. You owe no one your energy just because they once had it. You are allowed to outgrow people. You are allowed to outgrow conversations. You are allowed to outgrow the version of you that needed to speak just to be seen. Silence is how you grow. Silence is how you protect yourself. Silence is how you move forward. And maybe not everyone will understand. That is okay. They do not have to. The ones meant to stay will respect your silence. The ones meant to go will be lost in the echo of it. But you will walk with peace. You will sleep better. You will breathe easier. Because silence gave you back yourself. And there is nothing louder, nothing stronger, nothing more beautiful than a person who has learned how to be silent and still stand tall. So if you are wondering whether your silence matters, whether it is noticed, whether it teaches, yes, it does. Your silence teaches louder than your words ever did. If this message touched your heart, if you felt the power of silence in your own life, please like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and do not forget to subscribe for more deep stories, real feelings, and quiet truths that speak loud. Your silence has power, your presence matters, and your journey is not over, it is just beginning. I will see you in the next one. Stay strong, stay peaceful, and let your silence keep teaching.